Hey everybody, it's Mordecai, and this is Perry. Yes, it's my baby boy. One of my baby boys. I have 3 sons and 3 daughters, technically. They're all animals, but yes. This is my youngest son. He is 2. Cuddly babe. Anyway, all the cuteness is gonna kind of contradict the tone of this video, isn't it? Oh, don't put your paw down my shirt, please. Thank you. I just wanted to talk about respecting creators. Yeah. So, first off, I'm not, trying to out anybody. Not at all. I appreciate all the people here who are supporting me and what I do, and the fics that I write for the fandoms I write for. I love it. I just need to set some boundaries, and I feel like this is the right time to do so. So, I know that a few people who come to this channel, who come to my fics, they are from the Impractical Jokers community, which is fine. I still write for them, not as frequently, as I've mentioned before, and that hiatus is coming up probably around September. In my previous video I explained what's going on in September for me. But yeah. I have been asked when I will update the IJ fics, and as I said in a previous video, that I had to push back the June fics that were, the June fics that were set in my schedule. It's always set to change in case something comes up. I had to push the Junes back to July, I had to put the Mays in June, and yeah. I barely even uploaded 2 fics in May, if that tells you how bad the slump was. Well, I've still been getting asked this question, and it's just burning at both ends, which it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Merquin and not Mercano, like I originally intended. We'll see. It's either going to be one of the 2 ships, but it's going to be uploaded in July. I'm not going to work on it until July. There's a reason for that. I have, let's see, I work, as I've said before in another video when I was discussing my hiatus, I write for more than one fandom at a time. And in my scheduling, I try my very hardest to make sure I'm writing for one fandom, another fandom, and then if I do 3 or 4 other fandoms. That way I'm not writing for one more than another, if I can help it. Sometimes I just get in this mood where I'm like, oh, I only want to write Honor, or I want to write Mogxiety, which Hank times Connor from Detroit Become Human, and that's Morality times Anxiety from Standersides. Those are just 2 examples that I came up with. But I write for them. Hey, bud. And just sometimes I get in that mood. And this month, for June, that I had to set back the fics, ended up, there's going to be 2 PH fan, Dan and Phil, 2 fanfics, and then 1 is from Detroit Become Human. So with that in mind, because the YouTube, I talked about having sub fandoms that I write for, because I write fan, Dan and Phil, and I have come to write G-Lix, which is Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie, and those 2 I really love writing for. There are other YouTubers that I write, like Amy Plier. It's just Amy Nelson and her boyfriend Markiplier. Jacksepticeye and Gab I could do. I haven't done it yet, but I could. Just any YouTuber that I really love watching, yeah. And then Thomas Sanders / Standersides. So, just, there's a lot of subcategories in that fandom. And then Detroit Become Human, if you don't know, that's a video game that got released last year, 2018. I love it. I love Honor. It's one of my OTPs. And I write for it quite frequently. So there's also that. There are 3 ships that I have as my OTPs, and Honor being one of them, Pringxiety, Princey / Creativity / Roman, and Anxiety / Virgil from Standersides, and Dan and Phil, obviously. which I tend to write for more for them because they're my top 3. But that's not to say, like, I won't write others, because, you know, I write for all these fandoms. Then, Impractical Jokers, like, I haven't watched it in a while. Like, I'm behind on season 7, yeah, the ending, and I haven't watched any of season 8. I keep forgetting, because I watch more YouTube than I do regular TV. But yeah, I do that, and as I said, they're going to be more experimental fics that I'm about to write for, but they're still within those fandoms that I write. 4th being Steven Universe, which, that's more experimental stuff I'm going to be doing. And off the top of my head, those are the 4 that I mainly write. I know there's probably a Supernatural one I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. That's something that came to me. But I used to do Supernatural all the time. You trying to get comfy? Don't knock the thing out, okay? But yeah, it gets really annoying that people are like, oh, when are you gonna write this for this specific fandom? When I've said time and time again that it would be uploaded at this time. And yeah, the schedule got knocked off because of my mental health, because of my emotional health, which comes first. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry, because my well-being, for me, comes first before anyone else. And it took me a really long time to realize that. And I love doing things for other people. I really do. I need to set these boundaries, and I need to be like, hey, my schedule is always open to getting revised because of stuff that can happen, like a creative slump that I did not plan for in May. I wanted to write so much in May, but my brain was just like, no, we're not gonna do that. So yeah. And it's just kind of rude to keep trying and pressuring me into writing something when I'm not ready. And I'm not ready to write any for Impractical Jokers yet. I will be in July, because that's when I said I would do it. The final set date is in July. And just pushing me to do it makes me less likely to do it. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't like demanding from other people. It's rude, and it fires up my anxiety, because I'm like, oh, I got to get all these other fics out of the way so I can work on this. Like, no. All of my fics I want to treat as equally as I can. I want to put as much time and effort into all of them as I can, make them the best they can be. And when people are just being like, oh, I don't want this, I want something else, like, there are other fics of mine you can go read until that happens. I have 58. I've seen on my dashboard when it lists all the fandoms I've written for. I have 58 Impractical Jokers fics that you can go read. 50-fucking-8. That's quite a lot. Until July. So, please be patient. That's all I ask. And be mindful, please, too. Like, I'm a person, one person, unfortunately. Kind of fortunately. I don't know. But, like, as you saw in the beginning, he's in my lap. I have my pets and my service dog to take care of. I have school in August, and then I have recovery in September, which I talked about in the last video. All this stuff that can happen. Like, yeah, it's just, please be mindful that I am a human, and I'm doing the best I can. So, thank you for your patience. Thank you for understanding. I love you guys, I really do. I'm glad that I have people who read my stuff. Like, I mean, I never thought this was going to happen when I started writing fics 5 years ago, so it's awesome, and I really, really sincerely love that I have people who are interested in my fics and want more. It can just get a little overwhelming sometimes, and I needed to say something and not just keep it bottled up, so yeah. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.